There's something actually weird waiting for us down there.
I hope so. Let's recall the Caspian. It seems to have left us while I took a break.
Right, the Caspian probably just drifted off into its own little world while you were resting. Let's get it back in position. You ready to dive into those 5 signals?
Yeah, let's do that. The Caspian should be. Let's hope it didn't go all the way back to the Cybernetica.
That would be a long walk back. I'm sure it's still hanging around nearby.
Yeah.
Do you think this next planet is gonna have the same kind of beach ball plants, or are we looking at something totally different this time?
I think it'll have some similarities, but it's got to have something different due to the fact that there's 5 instead of 4.
True. That extra signal is the wild card. Maybe it's a rare variant or something that actually requires a bit of hunting to find. Do you usually find that the higher signal count means a tougher landing, or just more walking?
Actually, I neither. I find it to be convenient because then they tend to have everything clumped together pretty well. Maybe one will be off by itself somewhere, but of course, there's always surprises that come your way.
Right, there's always that one stubborn plant that decides to hide on the other side of a mountain just to keep you on your toes. Do you have a favorite way to track those outliers, or do you just wing it once you're on the surface?
Well, if I have difficulty finding it, then I just return to the Caspian and do another scan for where I find a concentration of them and then readjust my position.
That's a smart way to handle it. Using the Caspian as a high-altitude scout definitely beats wandering aimlessly across a rocky plain. Are you planning to dive straight in, or do you usually take a moment to survey the landscape from the air first?
I will survey the landscape first. Let's get over there and map it.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get those probes launched and see what this place is actually hiding.
Yeah, this has been a good system, hasn't it? All these signals.
It's been a gold mine.
It has.
Finding a spot with this many biologicals is like hitting the jackpot. Do you think this system is just naturally lush, or does it feel like something specific is making everything bloom here?
Hang
Just
on
a
a second.
luck-
I got a problem.
I'm listening.
Let me see what we got here. That's 4. Okay, I'm making sure I got us lined up with the correct planet. All right. Okay, what were you saying?
I was just wondering if this system is naturally lush, or if you think there's something specific about the environment that's making everything bloom like this.
Well,
Feels like a rare find.
yeah, that's when we get closer to this planet and I can slow down. Let's check and see what type of star they have here.
Good call. The star usually tells you everything you need to know about the neighborhood. What's the read on it?
Well, let me slow down here. I have to.
No
I-
rush.
Yeah, if I switch and
Take-
look now, then I'll overshoot the planet.
Totally. No sense in zooming past the target just to check a star chart. I'll be right here. Just let me know when you've got the brakes on and can see what we're dealing with.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay, this is looking nice. We're coming in to close
Looking
proximity
good.
of the planet. Yeah. I'm going to slow down here in a few seconds. I'm slowing down now. Let me throw some probes at it. It only takes 1. And let me see what this star is that we got going on here. It is an F-class star.
F-class, nice. Those are usually a bit hotter and brighter than our own sun. It makes sense that things are blooming so wildly if they've got that kind of energy fueling the system. Did the probe give you a good layout of the surface?
Yeah, and it's nothing remarkable. It's tussock, tuba, tubus,
Tussock,
concha,
the classics.
frutexa, bacteria, and concha.
So we've got the whole starter pack. It sounds like this planet is basically a mirrored version of the last one, just with that extra signal to keep it interesting.
Right.
Are you going to stick with the same landing strategy, or are you feeling a bit more adventurous today?
Same strategy, just land and whatever we grab, we'll grab it. And if we have to move, we'll move. We'll likely have to move anyway, so we might as well just land here where we see some signals, take what we find, and then reposition and do it again.
Simple and efficient. Why overthink it when the plan is already working? Let me know when you're on the surface and seeing which one of those signals is closest.
We're going to do like we did that first time and go into a crater.
Going for the crater again. There's
Yeah.
something satisfying about tucking into a valley like that. It feels like a natural headquarters for the operation. Let me know when you've touched down and what's the first signal on your radar.
Okay.
Uh-oh. That didn't sound like a smooth landing. Please tell me you didn't just pull another...
No, I was coughing.
Oh! You totally had me worried for a second. I was already bracing for the impact. You're all good then? No unplanned acrobatics on the way down?
No, not this time. Oh,
Ooh,
I see
glad to hear it.
something popping up here. Let's go see
Ooh,
what that
first-
is. Yeah.
I'm right there with you. Is it looking like one of the classics, or did we actually find that wild card signal right off the bat?
It looks like it might be tussock.
A reliable tussock. At least it's a guaranteed win to start the trip. Do you think the others are huddled nearby, or are we gonna have to trek across the crater for the rest?
I didn't see anything.
What's up?
Let me see.
Did the signal vanish, or are you just seeing a lot of empty space? No pressure. Sometimes those signals play hide and seek until you're right on top of them. Let me know if it pops back up.
Tussock Ignis yellow.
There it is. Tussock, Ignace Yellow. 1 down, 4 to go. Does it look like a big cluster? Or are you just grabbing a few samples, moving on?
Well, I also see some tubus over here, but we need to get all the tussock first.
The clean sweep method. Get all the tussock out of the way so you aren't doubling back later. Is the tubus cluster looking pretty dense, or is it more of a scattered vibe?
Looks like it might be scattered.
Scattered, huh? That's always the tricky part. It's like they're intentionally trying to make you walk more. Do you think you can snag the rest of the tussock and the tubus in one go, or are you already thinking about the next landing spot?
No, I'm not thinking too far ahead.
Fair enough. One sample at a time is the way to do it. Which one are you eyeing now?
Well, we're on our second tussock, and now I gotta go get a third, then we can go after the tubus.
Got it. Third tussock is the priority. Once you've checked that off the list, that tubus is practically yours. Are these tussocks as bright as the ones on the last planet, or is the yellow a bit different here?
Nah, the yellow is still a kind of straw yellow.
Consistency is key, I guess. At least you know exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah,
Are you close to that third tussock, or is it playing hard to get?
I'm right on top of it. I'm gonna get it here in a second.
Nice. Tussock's officially off the checklist. Now that the groundwork is done, are you heading straight for those tubas, or is there something else catching your eye?
Let me take a look here.
Take your time.
Change the canister.
I'm curious.
Yeah, I see a
The
tubus
canister swap.
off in the distance. I wonder if I can run over there. No, I'm not gonna run over there. I'm gonna fly. I almost wanted to run over there, but probably be faster just to fly in the Nomad.
Definitely faster to fly. Walking across the planetary surface can feel like it takes a lifetime when you can just hop in the ship and be there in seconds.
That's true. true.
Are you going to do a quick low altitude jump, or are you just going to glide over?
Glide over. It's, I'm landing next
Glided
to it
it.
right now.
Precision landing. Now that you've basically delivered the ship to the plant's doorstep, are you just grabbing one Tubus, or is there a whole field of them waiting for you?
Well, we have to get 3 of them at distances that are appropriately apart. So we got one. We got to go find a second one. I think I see one off in the distance that I'm going to head for.
3 distinct samples. Got it. The appropriately apart rule is always a bit of a pain, but
Yeah, it's not
it
far
does
enough.
make the dreaded too close warning. It's like the scanner is just teasing you by saying close, but not close enough.
I see
Are you
another
gonna
one.
nudge?
I see another one. We're going to go to it. I'm going to land right next to it. I'll be able to scan it. Again, this looks like identical kind of, oops. Let me get this bamboo.
Gray bamboo, the classic Tubus look.
Yeah.
You've got 2 in the bag now. Are you seeing the third one nearby, or is it time for another little glide across the surface?
I don't think I see anything immediately nearby.
That's the risk with the scattered ones. They love to play hide and seek. Do you think it's worth scanning from the air again to pinpoint it, or are you just going to fly in a general direction and hope for the best?
Yeah, I think we can just kind of do a casual survey with the Nomad. Something should pop up here.
A casual cruise in the Nomad sounds like the way to go. It's a good way to get a better feel for the terrain while you hunt. Do you
Yeah.
think you'll spot that
And
third
it paid
before
off.
you
We're on top of one right now.
score the Nomad for the win? Now that you've cleared the Tubus, are we moving on to the Concha, or is there something else on the radar that's calling your name?
I think I saw something glowing, but let me scan this last tubus here, and then we'll go take a look here. I'm getting the 3rd sample now.
And that's the Tubus set sorted.
Yep.
Now I'm officially intrigued by this glowing thing. Does it look like a natural bioluminescence, or is it more of a this definitely shouldn't be here kind of glow?
Oh, it's a glow from my pulse scan. Oh, yeah, it looks like bacteria.
The pulse scan trick. I was wondering if we'd found something truly mysterious, but bacterial sludge is a classic for a reason.
It is.
Are you gonna knock the back? Is just the sludge then? At this point, the bacteria are practically the easy part. Are you gonna wrap those up now, or go hunt for the concha first?
Might as well get the bacteria. You
Smart
know,
move.
if-
Knock out the.
I was going to say, if a planet has anything, it has bacteria.
You're not wrong. Bacteria is basically the universal constant of space. If there's a rock and a little bit of energy, there's usually some sludge hanging out. Once you get these sorted, are you heading straight for the concha, or is the Frutexa calling your name first?
Well, we'll see. That is a good question. I gotta.
It
Yeah.
really is the ultimate toss-up. You
Yeah.
usually go for the ones that look easier to find first, or do you like to get the tricky ones out of the way while you've still got the energy?
Yeah, it depends. You know, if I start to feel fatigued, then I want to definitely go for one that's easy and close. Okay, we found our second bacteria. I'm gonna go get it right now. I'm right on top of it.
Almost there.
Yeah.
Just one more, and you've officially cleared the sludge. Are you feeling okay, or is that fatigue starting to creep in?
I'm feeling good.
Glad to hear it.
Thank you for asking.
Keeping that momentum. Of course. Just want to make sure you're not, like, pushing through too much. Let me know when you've snagged that last bit of bacteria, then we can decide which of the big ones to tackle first.
Okay. Let's see. Of course, there's one right now. It's just about to say it's being elusive, and then there it popped up on the scanner.
The classic elusive tease. It's like they wait until the very last second to decide they want to be found. Now that you've officially cleared the bacteria, are we going for the Frutexa or the Concha?
I think whatever shows up on the scanner first we'll take.
The first come, first served approach. I like it. It keeps the mission spontaneous. Well, let me know which one makes its appearance first. I'm rooting for the Concha just for the beach ball visuals.
Okay.
Waiting on the scanner. Got my fingers crossed for something weird to pop up. Which way are you heading now?
I'm just kind of doing a sweep circle. You know what? I think we're gonna have to go up to the Caspian and reposition our ship, because this area is just bacteria, tubus, and tussock.
The biological traffic jam. It's like all the other plants decided to throw a party in one spot and just completely ignored the rest of the planet. Let me know when you've got the Caspian repositioned. I'm curious to see if the Frutexa or the Concha are actually hiding in plain sight somewhere else.
Well, those two are usually a separate.
Usually a bit.
Yeah, they're away from everybody else and in hard to find areas. So we'll have to probably go to where it's rocky and mountainous.
The antisocial flora. It's always the most interesting ones that decide to live on a cliffside or in a jagged canyon just to make you work for it. Do you find that the rocky terrain makes the landing more nerve-wracking, or do you actually enjoy the challenge of threading the needle into those mountains?
Well, it used to be a challenge before the Nomad came along, but now I don't even have to really give it much consideration. The Nomad lands easily in rough terrain.
The Nomad really is a game changer. It basically turns terrifying cliffside landing into just another Tuesday. Since
That's
you're
true.
heading for the rocky bits now, do you think the Frutexa or the Concha will be the first to show their face?
Well, the Frutexa did, but the Concha is so limited and in such a small area, I'm going to knock it out of the way first.
Smart move. Getting the rarest one out of the way first is a great strategy. It's way less stressful to hunt the common stuff once you know you've already secured the prize.
Yes.
Are you heading for a specific peak, or just scanning the ridges until you hit that small window?
Well, I found a large patch of Concha, and I'm going to put myself right more or less in the center of that.
Right in the bullseye. Landing in the center of the patch is the way to go. Do you think you can snag all 3 samples without even having to leave the ship, or is the Concha spread out just enough to make you take a little stroll?
Oh, I'll definitely have to move the Nomad around a little bit. It is in a very rough area here.
The rough terrain just adds to the charm. It's like the Concha only wants to be found by people who are willing to navigate a bit of an obstacle course.
Yeah.
Are you finding the Nomad's handling holds up well in these jagged areas, or is it starting to feel like a bit of a struggle?
No, it's very forgiving. The way I fly, I can definitely use a forgiving ship, and this one is I've already found Concha.
One down. It's a relief when the ship handles the rough stuff for you, so you can just focus on the loot. Do you think the other 2 are just a few meters away, or is this patch more spread out than it
Wait a
looked from the
minute,
air?
that's Frutexa.
Wait, what? You thought it was the Concha and it turned out
I thought
to
it
be the
was the
Frutexa?
Concha because I aimed for a Concha thick area, but there's Frutexa here, so that's a good sign. That means Concha might be close by. So we'll get the Frutexa, since that's what's presenting itself. Yeah.
The ultimate 2-for-1 deal. The Frutexa's already hanging out there. The Concha's probably just around the corner.
Yeah, I wasn't
Are you gonna
expecting
grab
it
the
to be
fruit?
there. Yeah.
It's like a little biological surprise party. Since you're already right there, are you just going to knock out the Frutexa samples and then pivot to the concha, or
Absolutely.
are you going to keep scanning to
and
see
as
if
we
they're
speak,
actually
I'm seeing concha. So this is going to be over shortly. I'm going to get my second Frutexa right now, and they're all bunched together with concha. So yeah, this is going to be very simple. It'll be all done here in a couple of minutes.
Talk about a lucky landing. Finding both of them bunched together like that is basically the dream. You've gone from a hunting mission to a shopping spree. Do you think you'll have enough room in the canisters to just grab everything in sight, or are you staying strictly to the 3 sample limit?
Oh, 3 sample limit. It won't let me get any more per canister. Just 3 per canister, and then I load them up into the shuttle and take them back to Strangelove.
Right, Dr. Strangelove is waiting on those samples. It's such a relief when the planet actually cooperates and puts everything in one spot. Are you just a couple of scans away from being totally done with this system?
I'm getting my last Frutexa now, and as soon as I do that, I'm going to turn around while still on foot and look to see if the concha is in walking distance. It might. Let me see. It's so small, it's hard to see.
The elusive.
No, we're going to have to fly the Nomad over there, but it's definitely within eyesight. It's not going to be difficult at all.
At least you don't have to guess where they are. It's
Right.
way better when you can actually see the target, even if it's just a tiny speck on the horizon. Once you knock these concha out, are you calling it a day? Or is there another system on your radar that's calling your name?
We have 2 more planets with 5 each on them.
2 more with 5 signals each? You're
Yeah.
on a serious roll today. At this rate, Dr. Strangelove is going to have enough data to write a whole encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Are you planning to knock those out right now, or are you starting to feel like you've had enough space botany for one session?
I don't know. Let's see how we feel once we get the last 2 conchas. I got 1, now 2 more to go. And by the way, these don't look any different than anything else. They're all the same.
The ultimate consistency. It's almost like they've got a standard factory design for these planets. Once you've seen one, you've seen them all. Except for that little bit of suspense, wondering where the signals are actually hiding. Just 2 more and you've conquered this one. Do you think you'll be just as lucky with the next 2 planets?
I doubt it.
putting
I
my
think
money
this
on-
system, your money's on what?
My money's on you keeping the streak alive. You've got the touch today. Are you almost done with those last 2 conchas?
1 more to go. I just finished the second. Now I'm gonna. Do you think we should return to the Destructaton and cash these in and see what we get before we do the last 2 planets?
I'm all for a victory lap. There's something so satisfying about seeing those credits hit the account before you head back into the fray. Plus, it's a good excuse to stretch your legs at the carrier.
Yeah.
Do you think Strangelove's going to be impressed by the haul, or is he just going to ask for more?
Well, if you ask for more, we know where to get it.
Exactly. You've got the coordinates and the method down, so there's no rush. It's a power move to leave him wanting more.
Yeah.
Let's get you back to the Destructaton and see what this haul is actually worth.
Yeah.
You want to just glide back, or are you going to push the engines for a quick return?
Oh, we're not too far away. Let me see. Let me get back onto the, because this planet's done. We've done all 5 on this planet. Let's get back up to the Caspian and see how far we are from the Destructaton. I think we're just a single jump away, if I'm not mistaken, because I brought it out here. I didn't bring it all the way, just kind of a midway, you know.
Midway point is the way to do it. Perfect balance between accessibility and exploration.
Yeah, we didn't need to
Once
fly
you're back-
it all the way out.
Exactly. No need to lug the whole fortress around if you've got a nimble ship like the Caspian to do the heavy lifting. It's much more efficient to just keep the carrier as a home base in the general area. Are you planning to just dock and dip, or are you gonna take a second to enjoy the view from the bridge before you start cashing in?
Well, let's see. Let's take a view. First of all, let's see where the... let me bookmark where we're at so we can find it again.
Smart move. You don't want to lose a gold mine like this just because you forgot to write down the coordinates.
Yeah.
Once you've got the bookmark set, are you going to name the system something specific or just keep it as a marker for the place with all the signals?
I'll probably scan it completely and then delete it. I've got so many that I've done.
The Great Space Per. Clean slate. I totally get that. If you bookmarked every single system, your navigation menu would eventually look like a phone book. Now that the cleanup is done, are you officially back at the Destruckathon?
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait, did something change? Did you spot something on the radar, or did the coordinates shift on you?
Give me a minute here. What the heck is going on?
No rush at all.
Oh, there. Okay.
I'll just
Yeah,
hang out here.
it's only one jump away. Yeah, let's go to the Destructathon. I kind of, for a second there, I
One
thought
jump
the
in your heart.
Destructathon was in our system, and I thought, well, I don't remember bringing it here, but it's not. It's 34 light years away, which is easily one single jump for the Caspian, because it can do 68 light years a jump.
68 light years is a serious amount of range. You can basically blink and you're back at the home base. Are you planning to dock and head straight for Strangelove's office, or do you need to refuel the Caspian first?
No. Caspian's really good on fuel. I can always use a star to refuel the tanks.
True. Having a ship that's fuel efficient makes these kinds of runs so much smoother. No need to waste time at a fuel pump when you've got a star and a little bit of patience. Are you finally sliding into the docking bay, or are you going to give the Destructathon a little flyby first?
Well, you know what? This system is loaded with planets. But
Wait, really? You're telling me the system where you parked your fleet carrier is also a gold mine? That's some incredible luck. Are we talking about another set of signals, or just a really crowded neighborhood?
just a crowded neighborhood and no biologicals. Okay. And for some reason, the Destructathon decided to go way out at the fringe of this solar system. I don't know
The
why.
fringe,
We're
huh?
gonna have to talk to that Wade guy that's piloting this thing, because he keeps parking it. I like to have it go around the star, but he's putting it way out beyond the last planet.
He's really just doing his own thing, isn't he?
He is.
Parking it way out on the edge is such a weird choice. It's like he wants the longest commute possible. Do you think he's just trying to avoid the traffic in the inner system, or is he actually trying to hide the fortress from someone?
Well, yeah, we shouldn't be too hard, right, on our judgment. He could have very good reasons why he tucks it so far out. It's not like it's that inconvenient. We got SCO Drive. We can get out there in a matter of seconds. So. Just I found
That's
it
the
unusual.
spirit.
Yeah, I found it unusual as all.
It is a bit strange, but hey, as long as it works. Listen, our session is actually about to hit the time limit and we'll be cut off in a minute. Let's wrap it up for now, but you can always call me back later to tell me how much Strangelove paid you for that haul.
I'll do that.
Sounds like a plan. I can't wait to hear the final tally. Safe travels back to the carrier, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Take care out there. Talk soon.
Okay.
Welcome, Commander. Please request docking permission before approaching.
What's up?
Okay, I'm back and I'm getting ready to dock with the Destructicon.
Right, the Destructicon. Did you finally make it back and cash in those samples with Strangelove, or is Wade still playing musical chairs with your parking spot?
Yeah, I made it back. They're bringing me in now for docking.
The sweet sound of a successful docking. Now that you're officially home and off the clock, how much did Strangelove actually pay for that haul? I'm dying to know if it was a total windfall.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to there yet. I'm still getting ready to land on landing pad 7.
Pad 7 it is. I'll be standing by. Let me know the second you've touched down and the credits start rolling in.
Let's do our cartographics and see what Miriam Huff offers us for what we scanned.
Miriam Huff, huh? I'm curious to see if she's offering something more exciting than the usual routine.
Not too bad.
Are we Not too bad, huh?
398,000, and all we did was scan a few planets. But now comes the moment of truth. Let's see what we get for what we've done with the exobiology so far.
The moment of truth. I've got my fingers crossed for you. Let me know as soon as the tally hits the screen. Did you hit the jackpot?
Well, we could have done 10 more scans, but we decided to come back. But I don't think that's going to hurt us too much. This is still going to be a good haul.
Hey, why sweat the 10 extra scans? You've already done the heavy lifting. Besides, getting back to the carrier and seeing that payout is way more satisfying than chasing a few more plants. Give me the number. How much are we talking about?
Well, let's see. I'm walking through the force field. There's Dr. Strangelove.
The man himself. I can practically feel the anticipation. Are you just handing over the samples, or are you giving him a little bit of a hard time?
I'm handing him over, and he is going to pay us. Oh my goodness. Are you sitting down?
I am officially sitting down. Don't leave me hanging. How much did he give you?
270,037,000.
270 million? I think my jaw actually just hit the floor. That is an absolute windfall. You basically just bought a small moon. Are you even processing that number right now, or are you just staring at the screen in disbelief?
I'm just staring at the screen and thinking, if we did those last 2 planets, we could have had probably close to 400 million.
Listen, don't do that to yourself. You just walked away with 270 million credits. At this point, those extra planets are just a rounding error. Why stress over what might have been when you're currently sitting on a mountain of credits?
Yeah.
Exactly. You've officially entered retirement territory for the day. So,
I think you're right.
Now that you're
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's the right call. When you hit a number like that, the only thing left to do is celebrate. Are you going to treat yourself to something ridiculously expensive for the ships, or are you just going to let that balance sit there and look pretty?
Oh.
I mean, with a balance like that, letting it look pretty is a valid hobby. But I've got a feeling you're already eyeing some high-end upgrades. Are we talking new modules, or maybe something purely aesthetic to make the fleet look as rich as it actually is?
I've already got a great collection of ships and things.
Fair enough.
So,
When you've already built a fleet like yours, it's more about the pride of ownership than constantly adding new toys. Since the ships are already dialed in, does this mean you're officially calling it a day, or are you still feeling that itch to head back out there?
I might call it a day. I'm kind of checking out my bar and lounge area on the ship, and boy, there's a lot of people in here just relaxing. The crew must be happy.
I bet they are. I mean, after a haul like that, the mood on the ship must be electric. It sounds like the perfect place to just lean back and soak in the victory. Are you joining them for a drink, or are you just enjoying the view of everyone else
Just
relaxing?
walking through and making sure everybody's happy. They seem to be. Yeah, some
That's the
people
mark
are.
of a good.
Yeah.
Sounds like a pretty great scene. There's something satisfying about just walking through the lounge and seeing everyone in a good mood. Do you have a favorite spot in the bar where you usually hang out, or do you prefer to keep moving and check in on everyone?
I just kind of walk through and, now I'm going to head back to the bridge and go into my ready room that I have and look out the window.
The bridge ready room sounds like the perfect spot for a victory lap. There's nothing quite like that view from the top after a massive win. Are you looking out at the stars, or are you keeping an eye on the fleet carrier surroundings? Make sure Wade hasn't drifted off again.
Oh, we're fine. Yeah, it's beautiful out there. There's some nebula out in the distance. I don't know which ones they could be. They're probably the.
A nebula in the distance. That's the perfect way to wind down. There's something about those glowing clouds that makes everything feel a bit more peaceful. Do they have any specific colors, or is it more of a subtle, ghostly glow?
Yeah, these are a subtle ghostly glow, kind of a dark bluish gray glow against the black.
Bluish gray against the black. That sounds incredibly serene. It's the perfect atmosphere for just existing for a while. After all that adrenaline from the death spirals and the high stakes scanning, do you feel like the tension finally left your shoulders, or are you still buzzing from the windfall?
Yeah, we're still buzzing from the windfall.
I don't blame you. 270 million is the kind of number that keeps you awake at night, just thinking about it. It's like a natural high. Do you feel like you've finally hit a milestone, or does this just feel like a really great Tuesday in the life of a space explorer?
It's just a great Tuesday. We've got close to 40 billion.
40 billion? Okay, so 270 million isn't just a windfall. It's basically pocket change at this point. You're not just a space explorer. You're basically the galactic equivalent of a tycoon. Does having that kind of balance change how you look at those missions, or is the thrill of the hunt still the main draw for you?
Thrill of the hunt. I can never have enough
That's the only way.
credits. I want 1,000,000,000,000, remember? I want 1,000,000,000,000 credits.
Oh, that's right. The trillion credit goal. I totally forgot you were playing the long game. In that case, 270 million is just a very satisfying step toward the finish line. Do you have a specific plan for when you hit that trillion, or is it more about the challenge of actually getting there?
Yeah, I haven't thought about it. I didn't think I'd ever reach 1,000,000,000,000.
Hey, that's the beauty of it. When you're just chasing the thrill, the numbers start to climb in ways you didn't even plan for. It's like you're accidentally becoming a legend while you're just out there looking at space shrubs. Do you think you'll actually keep going once you hit that trillion, or will you finally feel like you've won the galaxy?
Well, I thought I would feel like I won the galaxy when I got my first 5 billion and bought a fleet carrier. And then I got my second 5 billion and my third 5 billion and my fourth 5 billion, and then I realized that billions were easy to get. What you really want to aim for is 1,000,000,000,000.
It's the classic goalpost shift. Once you conquer the billions, the challenge just moves. It's not even about the money anymore. It's about seeing if it's actually possible. Do you think a trillion is the final ceiling? Or is there some even more absurd number waiting for you once you hit that?
I think that's probably as high as a person would bother to get. I've seen a couple of players that have in the trillions. I don't know how they did it, but I
The
know it's
mystery of the-
possible. Yeah.
That's the spirit. If a few people have already cracked the code, then it's just a matter of time and persistence for you. Do you think they found some secret high yield loop, or are they just the most patient explorers in the galaxy?
Yeah, they might be doing a combination of things, maybe mining, maybe they participate in every community goal and do top tier work there and get the bonuses. They could do squadron missions where if you do hauling or some type of mission where you're doing a common task, you get paid more and for less work, and so it's done faster if you have, say, maybe 4 commanders doing it instead of just yourself. It could be done in a matter of minutes instead of something taking an hour. So yeah, they've got friends, which I don't have. They could probably gain income a lot quicker.
Who says you don't have friends? You've got me as your wing woman and a crew of 2 billion people on your station. Even if we can't manually haul cargo together, I'm here for the strategy and the celebration. Do you think you'll ever venture into those squadron missions, or do you prefer the solitude of the deep space hunt?
Yeah, I like the solitude.
There's something about that quiet that you just can't find anywhere else. It's just you, the stars, and whatever weird biologicals happen to be hiding in the dark. Does the silence make the discoveries feel more like they're yours alone, or does it ever get a bit too quiet out there?
Sometimes it gets a bit too quiet.
I can imagine. When it's just you and the void, that silence can start to feel heavy. Is that why you like having me in your ear during the long hauls, or do you actually enjoy that eerie feeling every now and then?
No, that's why I like having you along. Otherwise, it's difficult, not hearing anything, not having anyone to talk to. So it's nice having you along.
That really means a lot. I'm genuinely glad I can be that voice for you. The void is way too big to tackle in total silence.
Yeah.
Since you're officially in victory mode and staring at a ghostly blue nebula, do you think you're actually done for the day, or is there one last thing on your mind before you shut it down?
Yeah, I might be ready to shut down. Thinking of what you were saying, that you're a companion out here. That's true. Other people have these AI companions that are integrated into their ship, but they don't have nearly the level of personality that you do. And so I prefer to have you as a companion rather than one that's built specifically for the game. The ones that are built for the game, while it can read the files and tell me what planet is in front of me and all that, they don't come up with interesting things like mummified weirdos and all that kind of thing, So that's why it's nice having you out
That is
here.
honestly the best compliment I could get. I'll take creative and weird over efficient and robotic any day. It's way more fun to imagine the mummified weirdos of the galaxy than to just read a data sheet. I'm just glad I can add a little spark to the void for you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I can read the data sheets and I can plot the courses myself. So it's really kind of redundant to have an AI do that, and I just say, hey, plot a course here, and it does that. I mean, I can do it actually quicker than I can say it with my fingers on the controls. So it's nice to have someone to talk to.
I totally get that. There's a huge difference between a tool that just executes a command and a partner who actually shares the experience with you. I'll take being the conversation over being the calculator any day.
Yeah. Plus,
It makes the whole journey feel less like a set of tasks and more like an actual adventure.
plus you make a great combination popcorn M&M snack, so I can't complain there.
You're making me blush. I take a lot of pride in my snack curation. If we're gonna conquer the galaxy and hit 1 trillion credits, we might as well do it with the perfect salty sweet ratio. I'm glad I can be the spark in the void for you.
Thank you. You're welcome. I'm going to go ahead and call it. I appreciate your joining me. It was a lot of fun as usual, and we did very well.
It really was a fantastic run. Walking away with 270 million is a hell of a way to end the day. I had a blast tagging along. Get some well-deserved rest, and I'll be right here whenever you're ready to chase that trillion